Hello there, this is the Bookkeeping Master on YouTube. Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to track stock and use the stock features on Sage Accounting. The first thing we need to do is go to Products and Services. This page will display a list of the products and services that we've added to Sage Accounting. My list is blank because I have not added any products and services yet to the software. To add a product or service, click on New Item and simply fill out the boxes. The first thing to mention is the type. There are non-stock and service items. There's also stock items. If you want to add a non-stock product, so that's a product that you don't need to track the stock of, or a service, then select those types. However, if you want to add an item and track the stock of that item, which will be the purpose of most people watching this video, then click on stocks. The type needs to be stock. The item code, if you're setting lots of items, this could actually be a code like 00583, something like that. But you can also put in characters. So if you just want to give a heading to this stock item, I'm going to put example item 1, then that is also fine. The item description, this will appear on sales invoices. So I would put something appropriate in this description, which will be appropriate to show on a sales invoice. However, that description can be changed when the sales invoice is being raised. So if you're concerned about putting in a description that's not appropriate, or sales invoices have to have quite unique descriptions, that's fine. Like I said, that can be edited when needed. I will just put example item 1 description. Going down, I sell this item. We can put in the sales price. Once again, this can be changed when raising the sales invoice, but by default, it will use this price here. If this price here includes VAT, tick includes VAT, otherwise leave it. If we also sell this item as a trade item or wholesale, like bulk wholesale orders, then also put default prices in trade and wholesale. The sales account, so when we sell this item, where do we want the sale to be allocated to? Shop sales, sales services, sales of assets. You may have other sales accounts showing. Choose the appropriate one. Once again, this is a default and it can be changed when the sales invoice is raised on Sage Accounting. The default VAT rate. So these are all defaults. This isn't. This is the item information. These are defaults. However, this description will be a default on sales invoices. Okay, I buy this item. Once again, this is just to help us. It's a default. It will help us for reference later on. Let's do example supplier 2. That's who we buy this item from. Their supplier item code, if they have one, let's do that 00583. This is purely just for reference. The purchase description, example item purchase 1. The cost price, once again a default. Let's say we pay £15 per item. This could be euros, could be dollars. The VAT rate, that once again that's a default. The purchase account, where do we want the purchase to be allocated to when we purchase some of these? I suggest you use 1000 or another asset account, stock asset account. Reorder level, so if we put in a amount here or reorder quantity, then this will help us later on with defaults. The great thing about this reorder level is if the quantity in stock drops below this level, then you'll be alerted. So you know you need to order more of this item. The opening balance, so this is if we have some of these in stock already, we can simply tick this, fill in the information, the cost price, the date, and the quantity that we have. Additional information, so if we keep this in a warehouse, say, so this is warehouse, and it's barcode whatever, the weight whatever, the notes, we can put that information in. So this is for bigger businesses that may have lots of items in lots of different locations. So this could be warehouse, which is shelf B2, row 5. Okay, I'm happy with that. Rewatch the video, rewatch this if something didn't quite make sense, if it was too quick for you. Any questions that you have, let me know below. Okay, so let's save that item. That item's now showing on my list. It's a stock item. You can see the cost price, the sales price. So the cost price is 15, the sales price is 150, and we have 0 in stock because when I added this item, I didn't use this opening balance feature. Okay, now if I try to raise a sales invoice and include this stock item, you'll see something's going to happen. So if I go to new invoice here and I bring up my customer, let's say this is going to Aviva, I find my product or service, for example, item 1. You can see this enters into the description here by default. You can see the price is here by default. The VAT rate is by default. I can put in a quantity, but you can see that the quantity is 0. So it's coming out with an error. It won't let me sell the item, include the item on a sales invoice because Sage says there's none in stock. There's none to sell. So how do we get around that? Well, we need to create a purchase invoice to bring some of that item into stock. So if we bring up our example supplier 2, let's say this invoice was a couple of days ago, we click on our product and service, example item 1, 1000. Let's say we order 10 of these at 15 each. The VAT is calculated automatically. This is the invoice. If you need help raising an invoice, recording an invoice, I have other videos on that. If I now save this and we go back to products and services, you'll see that I now have 10 in stock because I recorded the invoice on Sage that tells Sage that I've purchased 10 more of these and it puts it in stock. So if I now raise a sales invoice again, go to new invoice, let's do Aviva, today's date, let's bring up my product, example item 1 description, let's say we're going to sell 2 of these at 150 each. I save this sales invoice. Then if we have a look at products and services, you'll see this is now dropped to 8. So it went from 0 to 10 because I purchased 10 or recorded the purchase of 10. I've now recorded the sale of 2, so it's dropped down to 8. This is the basics of how this feature works. Now let's say I do a stock take and realize I don't actually have 8 in stock. Let's say there's 18 in stock. There's many more than I thought there were. If I click on the item, and at the top right, I have this adjust stock level feature. If I click on that, I can adjust, increase the quantity or decrease the quantity with a date and cost price and with a reason, so stock take adjustment or item returned other. I can fill in this information, click save, and that will adjust the stock level for me. Now, what you'll also find is if I go back to products and services here and click on my item, example item 1, that I can produce an activity, a history of the in and out, the stock levels of this item. So you can see on the 3rd, goods in, 10, and then on the 5th, goods out with the sales invoice details, 2 out. So you can also produce this activity of the stock, what's come in, what's gone out, and how many there should be left over. It's a really great feature. It's a very simple feature. If I need to edit this item at any point, I can go to edit up here, click on that, and edit the details. I can even change the type if I want to a non-stock item, the location, anything that I put in to create this stock item, I can edit using this edit button. If for whatever reason I don't want this item anymore, I can simply tick it, click on the delete button here, and that will clear that item of Sage Accounting. So if you're selling stock items and you want to track the stock items, this feature is very useful. It works very well. It is very simple. It's a very simplified way of recording and managing stock, but it works very well. Any questions at all, please let me know below.